The hardest part about getting what you want is realizing that your desire is often the very thing standing in your way. We are taught from birth that life is a conquest. We are told to hunt, to grind, and to grab the world by the throat until it gives us what we demand. But if you look closely at your own life, you'll see a strange pattern. The things you chased the hardest are the ones that ran away, while the things you forgot about, the ones you finally let breathe, are the ones that eventually knocked on your door. It feels wrong to hear this, doesn't it? It feels like a trap. We think that if we stop worrying for even a second, everything we've built will crumble. But there is a massive difference between giving up and letting go. Giving up is quitting because you think it's impossible. Letting go is realizing that you've done your part, and now it's time to let the universe do its part. As Carl Jung famously said, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." But most of us choose to become a ball of tension. We think our choice means we have to micromanage every atom of our existence. Jung understood that there is a deeper part of the mind, the unconscious, that knows more than our conscious ego ever could. When you stop trying to force your ego's version of success onto your life, you finally give that deeper part of yourself room to breathe. Think about your favorite song. You don't listen to it by trying to speed up the notes to get to the end. You don't grab the speaker and shake it, demanding the chorus happen right now. You just sit back and let the music happen to you. Life is exactly the same, but for some reason, we treat it like a math problem we have to solve under pressure. We act like we're in a race where the finish line keeps moving. Friedrich Nietzsche had a concept called amor fati, the love of fate. He didn't mean you should just be a victim of whatever happens. He meant you should embrace everything that comes your way with such intensity that you stop fighting the now in favor of some imaginary later. When you stop fighting the present moment, you stop leaking energy. And when you stop leaking energy, you become magnetic. Most of us are walking around with "please notice me" or "please work out" energy. It's heavy, it's loud, it's desperate. And it's the biggest turnoff in the world. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or a creative project, people can feel when you are suffocating the outcome. It's like trying to hold a bird. If you squeeze it because you're afraid it will fly away, you crush the very thing you love. If you open your hand, it stays because it's not being forced. We live in a world that is obsessed with the grind. We see influencers telling us to work 20 hours a day and want it more than you want to breathe. But have you ever tried to talk to someone who is that stressed? They aren't inspiring. They're exhausting. They are out of alignment. They are trying to dam the ocean, as the old saying goes. You can spend your whole life building a wall against the tide, or you can learn how to surf. The surfer isn't trying to move the water. The surfer is using the water's own power to go where they need to go. This is what Lao Tzu meant by Wu Wei, the art of effortless action. It's not about being lazy. It's about acting in a way that doesn't create friction. When you are in a state of flow, you are still working, but you aren't fighting. You're like a river that flows around a rock. The river doesn't stop and have a mental breakdown because there's a rock in the way. It doesn't try to push the rock out of the path with sheer ego. It just shifts, finds the gap, and keeps moving. The moments in your life that you cherish the most, the nights where you laughed until your stomach hurt, the day you met your best friend, the random opportunity that started your career, did those happen because you scheduled them into a spreadsheet and screamed at the clock? Probably not. They happened when you were just there. You were present. You had dropped the shield of expectation. When you drop your expectations, you aren't lowering your standards. You're just removing the how and the when from the equation. You're saying, "I know where I'm going, but I trust the path to reveal itself." This is terrifying for the modern mind because we've been trained to believe that uncertainty equals danger. We think that if we don't have a 5-year plan, we're failing. But the 5-year plan is often just a prison cell we built for ourselves. It stops us from seeing the 1-year miracle that's sitting right next to us. Jung also talked about synchronicity. He noticed that when people aligned their inner world, their thoughts, and their peace, The outer world started to act weirdly in their favor. Meaningful coincidences started to happen. The right book would fall off the shelf. The right person would call at the exact moment you were thinking of them. This isn't magic. It's what happens when you stop being a noise machine and start being a receiver. If your mind is full of, "What if it fails?" and "Why isn't it here yet?" you are creating so much static that you can't hear the whispers of opportunity. Life doesn't shout, it whispers. And you can't hear a whisper if you're screaming. Letting go is the ultimate power move because it shows the universe that you are already whole. If you act like you need something to be happy, you are telling yourself and the world that you are currently less than. You are operating from a place of lack, and lack only ever attracts more lack. But when you say, "I'm good right now, and if this thing comes, it'll be a great addition," you are operating from abundance. It's the classic, the rich get richer paradox, but applied to your soul. The people who don't need the win are usually the ones who get it, because they aren't playing with shaky hands. They are relaxed. They are clear. Nietzsche once wrote, "You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star." We spend so much time trying to organize the chaos, trying to make everything perfect and predictable. We want life to be a straight line, but a straight line is a heartbeat on a monitor when someone is dead. Life is the zigzag. Life is the mess. The dancing star only comes when you accept that you can't control the chaos. You can only dance with it. So, how do you actually do this? How do you let go without just sitting on your couch and doing nothing? It's about the open palm philosophy. You work, you create, you put yourself out there, but you do it with an open palm. You don't clench your fist around the result. If a bird lands in your palm, amazing. If it flies away, your hand is still open for the next thing. You don't chase the bird into the woods and lose yourself in the process. Think about the last time you lost your keys. You searched everywhere. You flipped the couch. You got angry. You sweated. You cursed the world. You were grinding to find those keys, and they stayed hidden. It was only when you gave up, sat down, and started thinking about something else that you suddenly remembered, "Oh, they're in the pocket of the jacket I wore yesterday." The answer was always there. The keys were always there. Your effort was the blindfold. Life works exactly like those lost keys. The more you panic, the more the solution hides. The moment you breathe and accept the loss, the memory surfaces. The opportunity surfaces. The person arrives. You aren't falling behind. You aren't losing the race. There is no race. There is only your own timing, and your timing is perfect as long as you aren't fighting it. Every delay in your life is actually a period of preparation. If you got everything you wanted right this second, you'd probably ruin it because you wouldn't have the character to hold it yet. Trust the delay. Trust the silence. Stop trying to force the door open. If it's locked, it's not your door. Or it's just not time for it to open yet. Instead of banging your head against the wood, turn around and look at the hallway. There are probably 10 other doors that are already cracked open, but you were too busy staring at the locked one to notice. When you finally let go, you'll feel a physical weight lift off your shoulders. Your vision will literally get wider. You'll start to see that the world isn't a place you have to conquer, but a place that is trying to help you. If only you'd stop fighting its help. Be the river, not the rock. Be the surfer, not the dam. Trust that what is for you cannot miss you, and what misses you was never for you anyway. The moment you truly believe that, the game is already won. Subscribe.